Alright, ladies and gents, we are live right now. And, wow. Where do I even begin? Today is not the day. Just summoned my truffles in because I see him sitting there in the study room alone. Okay, now, hello Radaheel, hello everybody, welcome. As you all know, alright, there are nerfs tonight. A lot of them, whole bunch of them. Okay, so things are a bit wild. Now I just had a shower, so I'm not putting on my cap just yet, but welcome everybody, welcome. Things have been going well for Darktide for the past few weeks. I've been very, very pleased with the results of the patches and everything, but I am not happy with this one. It is my firm belief that a PvE game should never have nerfs. PvP is the only game that should ever have nerfs or deal with nerfs because there's an element of fairness that comes into that. But what we have here is clearly not that. And that generates, I would say, a good deal of unhappiness with me because, again, I just don't feel that it is necessary to nerf anything at all. We should not. Yeah, the Elyssi is no doubt better than the Power Sword because, you know, it was basically a Power Sword without needing activation, and now we have something better. Let's go check out the changes. So basically my attack pattern has to be this now. Alright. Okay. All the exploits resolved. I think this is because there was an exploit. Okay, so just this morning I actually messaged the devs about 2 exploits with Power Sword that actually got solved already. So, okay, interesting. Yeah, the exploits are pretty much done. So without the epic power cycle or blessing, there's nothing you can do. There's literally nothing you can do. This is bad. Hey Matarian, thank you so much for your kind donation. I will rap for you in a little bit. But yeah. Oh my god. I agree fully. I agree thoroughly with the sentiment. This isn't even a PvP game, Captain Rum Panda. I said the same thing. Now, I've got a video coming after this stream, as always, at the 3:30 a.m. slot. I've prepared the video already. I thought about releasing it before the stream, but it was kind of a rush. So, I really couldn't do that. And, you know, now I'm going to release it after everything instead. Which is fine with me, but I'm just so mega disappointed right now. Like, what the hell? What is going on?
Must you stand so close?
You know, I blame all of you guys that overused the goddamn Power Sword that got it nerfed. Okay, it's all you guys' fault. Alright, you guys kept spamming that shit with your power cycler, and then bada bing, bada boom, here's where we are at. Okay, so I blame all of you. It's all your faults except mine.
I suppose it might work out.
Right? RPG, I am of the same sentiment. Like I said, you guys will hear it when I drop my rant video. And by the way, thank you again so much for the donation, Materian, just in case, you know, it wasn't heard before. I really appreciate it. Rap will be coming shortly. But I am just so crushed right now, okay? There are no words to describe how crushed I am. I am legit absolutely crushed. That is what I talked about, Captain Rum Panda. I said they need to buff everything. They need to buff everything, you know? Rather than making one thing weaker, they need to buff everything. I've been thinking about using the Mark V combat axe because it's nice, familiar, you know. Nothing too crazy about that, but you know, I'm gonna have to try out a few different options right now. This is not good. This is the opposite of good. This is bad. This is very bad. Very bold. I might have to go back to the Chan sword. Might have to be the way. Bugger. Does this one have a high finesse? It does. Okay. I do have one of these as well, but if only I had. Hey, a new weird bot as well. I love it. Yeah, if you get cycler, it's still good, but I need options for the people that don't have the cycler though. That's the problem. If they don't have cycler, then what are they supposed to do? I'm guessing chainsword is gonna be the thing for now, because it's the only thing that's closest to the thing. Okay, wait. Shredder.
Wait, I was muted.
Yes, you're always muted. It is your way of life. You were born to be muted.
Anyway, I just feel like in a PvE game, do not nerf, just adjust.
That is my feeling, Agazokre. And that is why I'm so weirded out right now. Like, why? Nani tatirukana? What is this? You know what? Okay, let's go with this one. 8 melee damage to elites. And let me try buffing this. Consecrate. Be a blessing. Ignore enemy mass on critical hit.
But since I play Warframe where they nerf shit, I do understand why they want to nerf stuff.
I don't. Because what?
I do. Do I agree with it? No, I don't. Is it a lazy way of fixing something that doesn't really need to be fixed, but you want to fix? Yes, it's a lazy way.
It's a silly way, more like it.
Well, your players like you? Probably not.
Very much no.
Yep.
Yeah, they completely gutted it, you know. I would play Ramstein if it wasn't copyrighted and I wasn't streaming. Yeah, chainsword is gonna be the new thing. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna give it a whirl actually. See if that can help out. Let me see if I can roll. I'm gonna roll it anyway. I'm gonna try and roll crit.
I trust you are pleased, Varlet.
Let's see how it feels.
God is most generous. And what do
Roll.
we have here? A
Roll
new
until we get
marvel
something.
is
I don't care about
awoken.
Stam.
I trust you are
Give me crit.
pleased, Varlet.
Give me crit.
Splendid. Praise
Give
the
me crit.
Messiah. The machine god is
You guys have to
most
put up with this until I get crit.
generous. A new marvel is awoken. It is done. The work is complete. It is done.
Give me crit.
It is done. Praise the
Give me crit.
Messiah. A
Hadron.
new marvel is awoken.
There we go, 4.
The machine
I'll
god
take
is
4%. The extra 1% matters, but not enough to me right now. Okay, let's go see how it feels in Damnation. Then we're gonna wrap. Then we're gonna wrap, and then we're gonna try it out. Because this is a schmack. The thing is, it's really not at all in any way, shape, form, or anything like that. It is literally not a freaking PvP game. So why are they doing this? It makes no sense at all. any way, shape,
No,
or
they
form.
just want to do it so that people don't just use that only. Instead, they use like other
Correct.
stuff.
But that's why I was telling, like, well, I mean, you guys will hear it in my video instead. But I was trying to say, one of the things folks should not do is that there should be no like, oh, we need XYZ weapon to be effective, then let's nerf it. No, what they should do is they should make all weapons stronger instead of nerfing a strong weapon. I might go with the combat axe instead, although this is nice. It's not doing it for me. Let's go with the combat axe. Sorry, Rep will have to hold off until I get a combat axe. I'll try and roll a good one, and then I'll just power it up and put brutal momentum on it. The chainsword is not good enough though, because at the highest levels of play, right, it needs to one-shot. It needs to one-shot. They can do that. In my video later, like, I've actually made some suggestions that we talked about yesterday. In fact, one of the biggest suggestions was mid-mission interruptions could be a thing. We could have a tier 6 difficulty. Like, they don't have to stop at tier 5. There's nothing holding them back. They can make tier 6, tier 7, tier 8. They can keep having power creep because there's nothing wrong with that, and there should be nothing wrong with that. It's a PvE game. There should never be a need to nerf in a PvE game, and I've talked about this. I've talked about it backwards, I've talked about it forwards, I've talked about it, you know, all sorts of ways. But I am just disappointed. Leave target's first target. Hang on, the one that I just got. What are the needed stats on this? Does it have finesse? No, it doesn't. So no matter what, it's the same. It just has cleave targets, first target, penetration. But the penetration's already high. This one is high mobility and damage. Okay, this will do. 376 combat axe. Yeah, exactly. That's right, Anonymous. So but you basically need the blessing to make it even usable. So yes, you are absolutely right. It is her. Increased melee damage specialist. Okay. Brutal momentum 3. Hell yeah. Carapace armored enemies.
I trust you are pleased, Violet.
And then thrust, but I'll re-bless thrust into something else. Decapitator, 15 running on enemy one shot. Thunderous or Decimator.
Yeah, case in point, one of the more controversial nerfs in Warframe were the nerfs to AoE weapons.
I see.
Yeah. I mean, granted, last time you didn't have to build specifically to use AoE weapons, now you have to build specifically to use AoE weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Does it affect that much?
I'll go with head taker.
Not really.
Until you waste my time again.
No,
But
actually,
It's still not necessary.
no, you're absolutely right, Truffles. And actually, Daniel, it's because there were two exploits. I'm going to talk about this since the exploits are gone. There are two exploits that you had with the power sword. That's why they couldn't just fix the bug. If you hold down the heavy, right, and you attack any target that has flak armor, okay, and the attack kills one target, right, you have infinite charge on your power sword. And that is not by doing anything. All you had to do was hold the heavy button down and let it fully charge, and when you swing, now it was hard to pull off in the field, but you basically had unlimited charges as long as you don't hit an Ogren, okay? So infinite power charge. That was exploit number 1. Exploit number 2 was heavy attack block animation cancel. This one works on all targets, and you have infinite power charge as well. So due to these two exploits, people were abusing the power sword, on top of it already being a powerful weapon. So that's why I think they had to do the drastic changes that they did, but I still disagree thoroughly with those changes, and I'm just not happy with them. But we'll see how the Mark V Combat Axe functions, and now, first and foremost, we gotta do a wrap. Why? Because Materian has donated and become a weird bot as well. I really gotta give my thanks to the people from the Darktide community supporting the stream, supporting my content. Thank you guys so much. Alright. Yeah, I had 3 light hits without Cycler as well. There was just a lot of bugs with the whole thing. But I could get up to 4 easily, and the other thing was that there was also infinite charge bugs. So yeah. It wasn't exactly the best situation. Anyway, ladies and gents, all I'm gonna say right here, right now, is that if you guys want to support me, one of the absolute best ways to do that, all right, is give a look to my music channel. This is where all my music's gonna be. We're gonna release my next song very soon, i.e. tomorrow, all right? And more music will be coming day after day on this one. It won't be an everyday thing, all right? But I'm looking to really ramp up my song production now that I've started getting used to running 3 channels, and eventually I'll have a 4th channel as well. But if you guys want to support my music, this is where you go. You can also hit me up on SoundCloud and Spotify. But for now, let me perform for you all. Let me perform for y'all. Materian, this one's for you. All right, this first song is called Door Knocker. You already find that on my music channel. It's one of my favorites. All right, and like I said, a lot more of the sexy stuff is coming soon. Y'all ready? This is how I make my money, okay? I'm a live busker. Eventually, I want to busk online. All right? Now, I imagine that someday it's gonna be crazy. Why? Because I'm gonna do a full-on concert. I'm gonna spend an hour on YouTube just rapping for the people that come by. You know? Like those guys you see outside. It's the Asian robot with the real door knocker. Now I know what I say is a real shocker to those that don't understand the concept of me being self-made, man. I don't ever want your twisted streets. You can pitch your drama for the twisted sheets. You can have your karma cause you's a bitch. And I don't need your help just to make a hit. I'm fine with myself being underground. And now I'm comfortable now with my indie sound. I would rather write lyrics from my own life than to pay you and end up on my back with a knife. See, I know how it goes in the circles you breed. Everyone is your friend so long as you're in the lead. And when it comes to the crunching for the talent to rise, you take a side to the stem so the comp will die. Yeah, that's what I've been through so many times. When I rose from the bottom, it was almost a crime. And I was never ever really meant to do or succeed. But here I am as a monster and you're trapped with me. Sleepwalking through my dreams, nightmares all around me scream. Sleepwalking through my dreams, I don't like where I have been. Sleepwalking through my dreams, nightmares all around me scream. Sleepwalking through my dreams, it's the end of your regime. Shout out to Matt, appreciate you. Yeah, you guys ready? I'm about to hit y'all again. Alright, now you've had the first door knock. Let me flip this vibe with a second shock. See, I've grown up beyond your waves, man. I make my own until the audience caves. It doesn't matter if the song ends with 1 view. It don't matter if I rap to an empty crew. I will make my music in my own way. So if you're here from the start, then you're welcome to stay. I'm already pushing up from the bottom. Ain't no falling room left, it's minus a problem. Ain't nothing left except to practice and rise. So I'ma keep on writing songs till the day that I die. These haters all be wanting to kill me, but they don't realize that I'm what they'd be if they even had the guts to break free of the chains they call everybody. I want y'all to free yourselves, alright? Don't be tied down, okay? That's why I do my music for all of y'all. Sleepwalking through my dreams, nightmares all around me scream. Sleepwalking through my dreams, I don't like where I have been. Sleepwalking through my dreams, nightmares all around me scream. Sleepwalking through my dreams, it's the end of your regime. Sleepwalking through my dreams, nightmares all around me scream. Sleepwalking through my dreams, I don't like where I have been. Sleep. Hey, I'm happy to make your day brighter. You gotta thank Matt. He's the one that donated and became a member as well. So, gotta show that love, you know? Gotta show that love. Now, I'm gonna do a quick one before we carry on, all right? If y'all haven't heard this one is on my Spotify and my SoundCloud, okay? This is a faster one, more emotional. It's Whirlwind Boy, all right? I hope y'all enjoy it. Here we go. This is for your membership, Matt.
JP.
All right, y'all ready for the rapid fire? Hey, If y'all can enjoy that lyrical skill before we go pop off heretics' heads, then I hope you enjoy this. Let my words be the words of pain, twisted, drowned by the thought of rain. Got me trapped in my own brain, caught my demons so I never want to change. Stuck on the drugs, I'm just insane. Everybody hates what I became. No one likes me cause I paved my own path in my own way. Fuck all the haters, yeah, just get dunked. Closet fans who get so pumped, showing up to everything I make. Yeah, y'all know that the anger's fake. Why it gotta be that you can't relate? Is my life more than you can take? Wishing that you could live this shit, but you would live it if you were lit. 16 hours, yeah, I grind all day. Passion is when your work is play. Never run out of things to write, cause every song is a mental fight. Trapped in a box that I don't like. Self-hate is now internalized. Whirlwind got me spinning inside. Wishing I could sleep just like I died. Wishing I could sleep forever, yeah. Wishing I could sleep forever. Let my words be the words of pain, twisted, drowned by the thought of rain. Got me trapped in my own brain, caught my demons so I never want to change. Stuck on the drugs, I'm just insane. Everybody hates what I became. No one likes me cause I paved my own path in my own way. Fuck all the haters, yeah, just get dunked. Closet fans who get so pumped, showing up to everything I make. Yeah, y'all know that the anger's fake. Why it gotta be that you can't relate? Is my life more than you can take? Wishing that you could live this shit, but you would live it if you were lit. 16 hours, yeah, I grind all day. Passions when your work is played. Never run out of things to write, cause every song is a mental fight. Trapped in a box that I don't like. Self-hate is now internalized. Whirlwind got me spinning inside. Wishing I could sleep just like I died. Wishing I could sleep forever, yeah. Wishing I could sleep forever. Thank you all for listening. Alright. And now we're gonna get to the heretic slaying. Thank you once again for your kind support. I will busk for my income, whatever it takes, because this is who I am. Look forward to more of me. I'm gonna turn on the fan though. Get a bit too hot when I'm performing. But yes, Armando, I'm in the same boat. I don't have Power Cycler yet, and I still need it, so I'm trying an alternative. I actually made the Mark V Combat Axe with Head Taker, just level 2, and Brutal Momentum. I rolled a 3, so I'm actually kind of happy for it. I'm gonna try it out. Oh shit! No! No! Cancel. Phew. Oh, phew. I gotta keep leaving missions until I get one. Oh, listen, I'm gonna make those heretics sleep forever. 110%, bro. 110%. But you know, coming back to the discussion about this whole thing, you know, I'm still reeling from the idea, because it's like, why would you do that? It makes no sense to me, you know? I mean, if this was a PvP game, and we've been like talking about it literally since the very start, right? If this was a PvP game, I would say fine, balance the game in whatever way you see fit, because it makes logical sense. It makes sense to have to balance a game. If it's PvP based, if it's based on the fact that, you know, you're gonna be fighting hard for your life against other players where balance matters. I mean, we played Overwatch this morning. It was a great time. We won more than we lost. Me, Truffles, and the boys. We played on Twitch, but like, you know, in that kind of game, even minute changes really do affect everything. You know, so it makes sense if you're balancing in a PvP game. But when it's PvE, when you know that, you know, it's just, hey, it's a whatever type situation, it doesn't make sense to be doing all these sort of balancing changes, because again, the balancing doesn't make sense. There is no need for it. It makes no sense to me. But that is just how it is. So we have a level 22 in a high intensity damnation. This is gonna be fun. WoW? Sorry, we were talking about Overwatch. Overwatch doesn't have PvE yet. It is coming, or so I heard, but yeah. Anyway, right now all we have is PvE. So, like I said, I just don't see the logic behind the nerf. Like, rather than making everything, like making the power sword worse, why couldn't they have just buffed everything to be like the power sword? If they made everything like the power sword, we would have had choices. Like I said, I'm gonna cover it in my video later, but I say it openly, you know? Oh, and don't forget to like the stream, guys, if you haven't liked it already. I said it openly. It makes more sense if we buff everything so that we can all have a really good time. Like, to me, that makes a lot of logical sense.
Another ruin. I am starting to think nothing of this planet is standing.
When the atmospheric field collected, the whole hive will look like this.
It's probably because of the exploit that it was nerfed, but again, I disagree with that, you see, because they could have just fixed the exploit.
No resolve, and you will know victory.
Feels laggy too. Clack. They can always make a new tier of challenges, Stefan. That's the thing. That's the thing that people forget. There is no cap. There's no cap that says damnation must be the final challenge. And now they've nerfed all the zealot flamethrowers too. These people are most likely testing that. It's wild. And there's nothing wrong with T4 feeling like T3. They could have introduced a T6. There are many ways to increase difficulty in this game. So, like, it just makes no sense to go for nerfs as opposed to just increasing the potential difficulty, which also, you know, makes more content. In my opinion, giving us more options by buffing everything to make it stronger is the better choice, because that way, not only do we have more builds to work with, but we get more opportunities to create interesting builds, interesting stuff. You know, that's how I feel. Yeah, Damnation High Intensity was super challenging. See, not everybody plays, and a lot of people whine that, ooh, Darktide's no longer challenging, but they're all playing with friends. So what do people without friends do? A game cannot be balanced around, oh, everybody needs to have a full squad with comms for damnation. No, that is the wrong way to do things.
Saint if fight hard enough. May you one day behold his radiance. Of course, you'll be dead by then. We must be charged. This will take time. God, Emperor, guide us out of this place before we perish.
Oh my god, these people taking all the ammo. This is dumb. Not like they can make any use of it anyway.
Focus fire. Aye.
Oh, there goes Braun. This Ogren is trolling. You just literally throw down a medipack. Oh my god.
Surprise coming in.
Oh crap. Got stabbed there.
The Rager is cleansed! Of course!
Kill shots ready.
Alright! Strike!
Ranger. like a priest.
Close your mouth!
Ammo. The soldier's true. Confirmed.
Dude, what the frick?
Hit the armor! Let it be so! The hour of your death is not yet come!
You can literally pick me up, dude. Oh god.
Ammo. Every bullet a prayer of vengeance. Sever the head. The body dies.
We fight in his holy light!
It might legit have to be because the combat axe works well because the psyker's like awesome warp battery, but it may not work so well on the veteran.
Loading barrel! Have a care!
Affirmative.
Yeah, no, the new Force Swords are 100% better, for sure. I just don't feel that, like the axe would work on a Zealot, but, oh, come on. The Psyker's like one-shot capabilities would have been perfect for this, but I'm just assessing it right on the veteran. Even with a weak spot hit, and this is a max damage rolled axe. All right. So it's not like I'm, you know, using something that's undertuned. This is actually a max roll.
Eliminated.
Barrel's exploding! What about me and you? The Emperor will grant us victory! Of course!
Copy that. Tidings of the battle, prayer and vengeance.
Finally. Yeah, the reduced delay on the stun would probably be very helpful, I think. But right now, I think I'm just most annoyed with the fact that it took away like the greatest option.
Notify station.
these guys for real? There we go, finally. Might be a damnation high intensity, but still. It really does. It does feel horrifyingly bad. This honestly feels like so bad. I'm definitely gonna try the chainsaw, but this feels so gimped right now.
Glad to leave this place.
Oh, phew.
Some payback. Copy that. This one's for Cadia. Affirmative! Neutralize the Ranger!
Don't like
Feels like the perks on this is not really working correctly either.
Cadia fell in places like this endure. But is the justice in that?
Are you going to whine all day?
See that switch? What's it do?
Enemy!
One shot, one kill.
You are almost there. Follow the pipe.
His lights will guide us, even into this darkness. Let it be so, man. You this now. A grenade!
Well, good luck, Blaine.
Engaging focus fire.
Oh my god. Foxburster shove is his. Pick me up.
A hound!
Stairs. feeling about this shot.
Oh, come on.
Not time. Not yet.
This is actually just feeling annoying.
Do not abandon us, Templar.
All right, survive.
Burning just doesn't do shit. You're absolutely right about that.
Engaging focus fire.
Judgment has been delivered.
Eliminating targets.
I am your judgment! For the Emperor!
If this is their way of offering us a true challenge,
How it's done.
then I think that they need to reevaluate. Yep. The Poxburster Stagger are like... that is the one thing that they desperately need to fix.
Gone!
Young battle is going to blow!
I gotta lean my body away from the barrel explosion.
Do you want to move something or much?
Kill shots ready. Kill.
Purg is somewhat nerfed as well. I'm gonna test it later and see how it feels. I think it was just a major priority of mine right now to just at least see the veteran, because the veteran is the most affected. Since Power Sword is such a staple for their weapon loadout, it makes no sense to have the one core weapon of the veteran nerf. Oh, come on. Get the Ogren up. Oof. The Zealot's doing his best to survive.
My way is lost.
The Thunderhammer finally usable? I don't know. Because now the Flamer is so weak that I don't know whether or not it will be usable. Like, they've really reduced everything that a Flamer can do. So it's not exactly in a good spot. And that was the main weapon to pair with the Thunderhammer. It might still work, but we'll have to see. They're dealing with the boss right now. But everyone's used up so much ammo that I've just got no confidence, because even if I spam, there's no ammo. This level 22 Ogren came into Damnation. Very bad idea.
Check that out. According to
The
Lord
Thunderhammer
Nerf,
cooldown,
my
yes,
God,
I'm aware that it is much shorter now, which is good, but at the same time, you know,
I see stairs.
it is
Sever the head, the body dies.
Coming through.
still cold comfort considering that they fucked everything so badly.
Affirmative.
Let it be so. Praise judgment's hellhound.
Oh, come on.
Help, give me clear. Good turn.
Trapper will threaten us no more.
Red gunner. Watch and learn.
Yeah, it affects all the burns, so we're gonna have to test the, I'll test the psyker burn after this.
Kill.
First, I need to find the right melee weapon for the vet. Because right now, we are in a terrible, terrible... Really? You want a scripture in this mission? Who even cares about scriptures right now?
Scriptures.
This
This
guy
is
apparently.
This is fucking moronic. If you ever do scriptures in a high intensity damnation, I will kill you. Like I cannot tell this person off because I'm a partner, but oh my god. If you ever do a single scripture mission or anything in damnation high intensity, please don't play public. Play with friends.
They have come for
It's ridiculous to do scriptures in this kind of situation. Whatever. Yeah, problem, I guess.
Get you some payback.
be healed, buddy.
Stop her. Get in cover. Affirmative. Hot burst of kill.
The heretics are firm cover. Even fires me, Guardian.
We fight well together.
We rest when we are dead, priest.
I can fight. Just watch me.
Onto the next one, please.
I will match your strength yet.
Out of ammo.
can be useful. That's it for the trapper.
Okay. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate you saying my stream quality is good. Mr. Shoot and Scoot. I always care, Frederick, because you might find some ammo crates. That's why I don't ever ask for scriptures. Like, it's okay to do it in private with friends, but in public, if I see anyone doing scriptures, I slap the shit out of them. No, it's unacceptable to do any kind of objective. Like, because it doesn't increase your rewards. Like, I've tested, right, thoroughly, and the increase to your rewards is so minimal. Like, you still get all gold equipment without touching a single script all mission. So I find it, like, worthless because you're basically, like, taking time to explore and just being a detriment to your team, when instead you should be focusing on solely upon combat, especially in a high intensity. Like, if it's low intensity or normal, I don't care. But if it's high intensity, you know, I expect everybody to be focused and fully aware of combat. Here with repentance. Fucking hell. Why did that thing run in such a weird direction? Oh. We are way too spread out for this shit.
One shot, one kill. Cover me.
Engage Templar.
Okay, one last one.
Bleeding.
Completion imminent.
Kill shot looking for a skull. Illuminati. Affirmative. Take it back.
Oh crap.
Interrogation imminent.
Rise, Templar. There's fighting to be done.
Right away.
There's work to be done. This shall be in a hurry.
Should I have no grenades? This is so ineffective compared to the freaking power sword. Terrible option. Okay.
Scan it.
Redemption claims ye! Power's exploding!
Oh my god. That's the problem, Manius. Yep. I think so. I'm willing to try anything. The flamer is no good now. Well, actually, it's still okay for horde clear, but the axe is bad. Yep. I mean, searching for crafting mats is okay, but T5 pugs are not difficult. It's just that they've really made this unbelievably horrifying to play. Why? I don't understand. What's on the button? Why? I do not understand. I do not compute. Oh shit. Yeah, it's the first hour of stream, that's why. I was gonna run the ad myself anyway. For those of you that got ads, don't worry. We'll resume in a minute. Sorry about that. I try to run them every hour so that, like, I am in control. My apologies for that. It seems I dropped the ball a little bit. Normally I'll run them, I'll tell you guys that I'm gonna run them, and I'll run them so that we don't get the random ads. I got one myself on my phone. Must have gone a bit over time. Anyway, yeah, no, this is not happening. As much as I want it to happen, it is on the opposite of happening. So I will try the chainsword next, but yeah, maybe the devil claw might be another significantly good option. I'm gonna try the chainsword. You know, let's try some of the popular options first. See if I can get something like that going. If I remember, I can't remember which devil claw is the good one. This is the Mark IV? One of them. This is the one, I think. But I'm gonna need way better cleave on it. High finesse, good cleave. Yeah, once I gather enough materials, maybe I'll make that one work. Bolter is a little bit difficult right now, so I'll try this last pistol with the chain sword. This might be a bit more suitable, and we will try and run it that way. I don't think they did. I just think that the power sword, I can see why they chose to nerf it, but at the same time, what the frickin' flying fuck? There was no point in nerfing it. There really wasn't. It was just a regular weapon. What they could have nerfed, like if they wanted to nerf it, was power cycler. They could have just nerfed that if they didn't want it to swing so much. They could have just stopped the exploits instead, but it just made life a lot harder for veterans. Or, like I've always argued in my videos, they could have made the other weapons better. I've always talked about it. I've always said over and over, you don't have to nerf a weapon in a PvE game. Rather, you should focus on bringing other weapons up to standard. If you do so, nobody's gonna get mad at you. Ain't nobody's gonna get mad at you. But if you don't do that, then everybody's gonna get mad at you. Maybe they did want to make vets more ranged only, but it's silly. It's silly because now what we have to do is we have to search forever to get power cycler. Then once we get it, the power sword is still back at its old power level. So it makes no sense. Basically, all it did was create a class divide now between those that have power cycler and those that don't. So now we have to farm for power cycler just to make one of the best weapons in the game the best again. You know, it's not smart to do this, because they've been going so well on their recent updates. People have been paying attention to this game, you know? But now it's like nerf. It's like, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go last pistol for a sec. I just feel that they've done an injustice here to the power sword, which didn't need to be done. Anyway, high intensity, let's go. I've got to find a different weapon. But basically for psykers, like, nobody's really affected by any of the changes. It's just psykers are now all perk psykers. Like, perk psykers are going to be affected, but I'm just going to test it. If it's fine, then I'm just going to roll with that. You know? At the end of the day, the perk psykers were always designed just for solely killing hordes. And they will still be able to do their job, so I'm quite okay with that. Like, it doesn't bother me. But it does kind of bother me that, you know, we are being weirdly relegated as veterans. So now I'm just a shoot bot, you know, and I think that that is what irks me so much. That all I am is a shooty bot.
They even made it into throne site. Today's target is the Aegis station in Enclave and Barros. It's old but serviceable. Get inside, throw the heritage.
Dude, how did this menu open up? What the fuck?
Until reinforcements arrive.
Exactly. So we still have all the necessary tools, Anonymous, as a psyker. It's just that our burn is going to be slightly less effective, but I'm pretty sure, I am 90% sure that it's not going to affect the psyker at all, so... But now I have to go with, but it's going to indirectly, I think, affect the Infernus Blessing, which annoys me a bit because this is one of the proper builds. Yeah, Flamers are super gutted. They're still good at Horde Clear, but a Psyker is better. A Perk Psyker is better than a Zealot, that's all.
It is good to be away from the Morning Star.
Perk Psykers are more valuable than Zealots now. I mean, they already were with Wildfire, but now they're even more valuable because Zealot's Flamer is now completely shafted.
Affirmative! Throwing grenade! Push out! One shot, one kill. It's malicious minds, Darken.
The last pistol is strong as ever, so I mean, you can play you can always play the It's not like the shotgun Zealot was a horrifying choice. People griped about it because people did not use it well. I would say that was more of the issue.
Sever the head, the body dies.
Basically, Psykers have the most value. I mean, you can go Bolter Zealot as well.
No choice. We go down.
Ogrins,
Watch
please.
the alleyways. Anything could be waiting. Surprise coming in.
Like, my veteran's already nerfed. You don't have to, like, get in my way.
Excessive force authorized. Eliminating targets.
Oh.
Copy that. Neutralized.
Last pistol vet is probably now the most valuable because our abilities are not affected at all. We're still hardcore. High intensity or not. Like, life is pretty peaceful. I mean, it's sad that because the bolter vet relied on the power sword, last pistol vet does not. Oh, come on. Why are these guys having so much trouble handling hordes? I don't understand. They're probably not using my perk build. Last pistol I would say is still better, but like... Dude, the guy's a perk psyker. He could have just burned them all instantaneously. No. I'm gonna play the perk psyker after this. There's no reason for this guy to be failing this hard as a perk psyker. It should be... Horde should be instantly dead. I don't understand this. Like, there was no reason for the two of us to have died there. Like, we had two perk psychers. Yeah, exactly. Like, that whole horde should have been dead. So, unless this guy is using some of it, some shitty build that he made on his own, which is highly likely, because I know some perk psychers like, ooh, I like this better. No. You use the Asian robot build, nothing will happen to you. If you fail, then, well, some bad stuff will happen to you. Plain and simple. Always use the builds that we put out, because as the psyker, right, I may not be confident with other classes, but I'll tell you, as the psyker, I can absolutely guarantee the builds we've done because we test them in the highest intensities. Is this game free? No. You have to pay.
Indeed.
Where is my character? Oh, why the fuck am I all the way over there? That's so bull. Okay, whatever. By the way, as a perk psycho, right, assuming you have a force sword, if crushers are coming at you, use your force sword instead. It's faster than the brain burst. And it will stagger them while they're oncoming. The brain burst doesn't. So that is a huge mistake there. I agree that nerfs in general are bad, Starless Light. It was a very stupid maneuver. You know, I might be a fat shark partner, but I'm gonna call a spade a spade. It was a dumbass idea. Like, what the fuck was the point? If they wanted to nerf the flamer, they could have just nerfed the flamer. You know? But the perk change should have left the psyker unaffected. Which I feel is a very, very important thing. It should have left the psyker unchanged, so the psyker should not be struggling. I'll be checking it myself. Okay, I'll be checking it myself very shortly, but if genuinely there's no troubles, if there's no problems with the perk psyker, then I'm not going to be too happy with these guys because it means that these guys are not following Asian robot builds. You must always, like, look, I always say play the way you want, but there's a reason why my builds are the most efficient. Because we've tested thoroughly all options to ensure that no matter what, you're playing at the highest level of efficiency. If you fail to follow that, and you choose not to do that, or, you know, you choose to do your own build in some weird way, you're not gonna get the same level of efficiency, and you're not gonna get the same level of standard that you would be able to expect. See, so... Oh, the other guy's a gun psyker. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, that's fine, though. It's not a bad thing, I guess. But we should have Horde and Special Clear. It makes no sense to have any sort of nerf. I'll say it forever if I have to. Any sort of nerf makes no sense in this game. You should never have a nerf. In a PvE game where there's no PvP element, there is no nerf. Nerfing should be non-existent. Instead, there should be power creep upwards. Everything should be constantly raised in power, and the difficulty should be ramped up to match. The gun psyker? The gun psyker is just a different playstyle, that's all. Some people just don't enjoy staffs. Less peril management, I suppose. But overall, I would say that gun psyker is not ideal, and it has never been ideal. Like, for me, I will always prefer... Okay, see, that guy using the Ascendant Blaze right there, why? That was not a horde. Never use your Ascendant Blaze and then remove your warp charges, especially when you have to deal with an elite. Okay, this is the wrong way to play Perk. I'll show you guys the correct way to play Perk after this, but don't play Perk like this psyker ever. If you ever do that, you are harming your team. No wonder he's having trouble with hordes. He's always using his Ascendant Blaze willy-nilly. Don't ever do that. Ascendant Blaze should never be used. Just hold it for a horde situation. If there's a serious horde situation, fine, use it. But other than that, you should not ever have to use your Ascendant Blaze. Your Ascendant Blaze is literally designed for one thing and one thing only, and that is for horde control. If you ever use it as a way of, oh, I need to reduce my peril now, then you're playing Perk Psyker wrong. Active quelling is the way. Always active quell. Okay, so be very careful with the Perk Psychers. There are many Perk Psychers out there, but unless you're... This is less than T2 behavior. This is the kind of behavior I expect from players in T1 who've never touched a Perk Psyker before. Alright? As I've said, I don't expect everyone to perfectly memorize how to play the way that I do. But if you don't want to make mistakes and you don't want to do badly, I highly suggest watching my gameplay videos. Watch how I do certain things. I may not be confident on other characters, but on the Psyker, I am a main. So it makes very little sense for me to not know what I'm doing. And that's why, as a Psyker main, I can tell you, a lot of mistakes are often made. There are many mistakes being made constantly by players who don't do a good job. And if they do a bad job, well, what's gonna happen is that you're just gonna see your team get gimped completely. Very bad idea. Especially when it comes to high intensity, right? You're always gonna want to focus on doing your most efficient job. Like here, this is proper control. That entire horde should not be able to move, which is fine. See, that I'm okay with. Because that to me is proper control. When properly done, right? 3 bombers, no problem. Big horde, no problem. Another reason why I love the last missile. You can just rapid fire at any point in time. Yeah, exactly. You should always hold your ult for when you OD. That's also a good idea. My hardware, the RTX 3080, not a TI, just the normal one. And other than that, a beast of a PC for streaming purposes, obviously. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, that's alright, that's alright. Good save, good save. But I don't see the need for a performance patch because performance-wise, right, this game has always been fairly optimized for me. Are you using the settings that I showed in my videos? Because if you aren't, that might help to explain the issues. Try out some of the settings that I have. Namely, you want to use your fidelity super resolution instead of the DLSS. Alright, don't ever use ray tracing.
I'm watching you. Always. Turn your coat and I'll find you.
But yeah, the game has not had any performance issues at all. I'm not saying that as a shill, I just genuinely don't have any issues. Also, make sure to cap your FPS at 60. I know many of you like, oh my god, I love to have 120 FPS, but in general, right, it's always safest to cap at 60. And you'll have, as long as you're smooth at 60, you're fine. Because the only time you'll need 120 is in games like Overwatch, where absolutely every movement must be seen. So for games like that, I say, yeah, fine, 120, no choice. Oops. Didn't intend to do that. The last pistol currently is outperforming the bolter, which is really weird.
Focus on duty, and we may prevail.
Yeah, no, but for streaming, right, I have to limit to 60 because streams are always at 60 FPS anyway. So if you want to run 144, then go ahead. You know, as long as you're not streaming, it should be fine. But for me as a streamer, I always limit it to 60. And if you have major performance issues, always limit to 60. You'll see a major difference. The game will still look good. But if you want to like run 120, then you better make sure that your hardware can handle it. But I have had no performance issues at 120 as well. Just so you know, I can run 120, I just don't for streaming purposes. Because there's no point in my FPS being 120 and you guys seeing everything in 60. Like I said, the only time I do that is in Overwatch, because although you guys see it in 60, I need 120 for actual combat. Because that one's a PvE game and every little second counts. Same with COD. For Call of Duty or any kind of game where there's a PvP element, you have to have the highest FPS possible. But you cannot use 144, unfortunately. Because it'll just result in really bad stream quality. Yeet! Yeet! I'm hitting armor. I'm trying to kill this thing.
Watch and learn. The hound is dead!
I used to have a lot of crashes, but now it's okay. Now it's okay. Like, honest to God, they've improved a lot.
Come back here.
Sniper sighted! Gone!
Homie stole my fucking kill. Rude.
Confirmed. Threat neutralized!
And these people stealing all my special kills. So sad now.
Trapper neutralized! This one's for Kadia. Ranger said our duty is done. A commendable shot! Oh, buzzing! Buzzing!
The archive to your right, and it won't go far wrong.
I see a grenade!
Yeet.
Beast neutralized! I am one with the
Yeet.
kill shot ready!
Line of sight is just a suggestion. That is pretty bad, Benson. I haven't had a single issue like that at all.
It'll bring you
Totally smooth 60 FPS, zero issues whatsoever. So 60 is definitely my standard.
You leave me no choice! Engaging focus fire!
Hoo-hoo.
Big but still big! Touch flavor eliminated! Grenade out!
I'm so used to the power sword, I keep charging up. I keep forgetting that I don't have to charge it.
Down it is! We can't reach them! Focus fire! Aye!
How did I... There we go. The only downside to the last pistol is that if the hit is off center and doesn't properly hit their head. There we go. It must hit their head to maximize.
He's used it all.
We have to call him Lord. It is
How very differential.
don't hurt.
Guess I'm taking it.
We're damned. That's why we're still alive. The good and pure are already in their graves.
Yeah, go for it. I prefer not to use DLSS because for this game, for some weird reason, right, the DLSS is weird. I prefer to very much use the FSR 2.0 specifically. Funnily enough, when I received that solution, right, it was actually for Hogwarts Legacy because I'm planning on playing that. I just don't have the time yet, but I do plan on playing it. And when I looked at the solutions for FPS in that game, FSR 2.0 was actually one of the solutions, and I thought about it and I said, hey, it makes sense. So I decided to try it out here, and it actually did well. It did immensely well, so for that reason, I am more than happy to use the FSR instead. Oh, damn. Thought I dodged that.
Alright, I'm gonna head off first.
Okay, rest well, buddy. Bye-bye. It's more of a crunch when you hit a headshot, isn't it? I don't hear a clang, I hear a crunch. Clang is more like, you know, what happens when you hit armor. Besides, unfortunately for Maulers and the like, you have to hit for body shots. Because the carapace armor on their head is painful.
This is how it's done.
But yeah, last pistol pretty much gets you through anything.
Let us hope the name is not prophecy. I have
No, FSR 2.0 is actually way better. Alright, that's basically how I maintain my frames. Like I said, if I want to, I can go all the way up to 120 if I wanted to. But I just don't for stream purposes. Like, crash and stability wise, I think they've pretty much got it right, so I'm happy with that. I'll cover you, crankier. Hit that thing. Oh, come on.
The body dies. Shot on target. Emperor died. Please. Please. Very well played.
Please remember one thing when cooking heretics, okay? Apply a continuous flame. Do not apply only a small flame. Alright, you don't want your heretics undercooked. You want your heretics nicely cooked, alright? To an acceptable restaurant standard. That's how you make restaurant quality heretic flambe. The 1080 is a great card, gotta admit that. And DLSS is usually better for games, but I think a lot of games just aren't optimized for DLSS. Dude, Kogu, the last pistol, a lot of people ignored my last pistol build for the veteran because I'm a psyker main more than a veteran main, so they trusted other content creators. But I'm gonna tell you straight up, okay? The last pistol build that I put out has topped scoreboards multiple times in multiple missions. It's a very good weapon. Fast reload, and you don't really need damage blessings on it. All you need is Infernus. Once you have the Infernus blessing, the rest will follow. And this is a high intensity, so yeah. You like the balance changes? Choom Baguette. Okay. Everybody, we shall now ostracize Choom Baguette for life. He will never be allowed to speak amongst civilized people anymore. Anyone who likes the balance changes, you are the reason there are less people playing Darktide. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I can't imagine why anyone would like the balance changes. Hey, I got a golden shovel. Maybe this will be better. Whew. Listen, Soul Blaze food is great. I apply it all the time, you know? You gotta burn and cook your heretics over a light fire. Okay, let's see what this thing can do. Thrust. And take a swing. Seems pretty bad though. Okay. Confirmed. Choom Baguette is one of those flame makes everything easier type of persons. Then you can play with friends without flame, but in solo pugs it's like almost a necessity sometimes, especially in high intensity. So I dislike statements like that, and I'll tell you why. It's not because I want to make fun of you or anything, but honestly, when game balance is decided by people saying, oh, this is trivialized, this is too easy, they always only account for themselves and not for solo queue pugs. Unless you're playing nothing but solo queue high intensity all day, every day, and you showcase that live on stream, I feel that any opinion is you know, not really relevant, you see? Because there are a lot of people who find the game very challenging, and having tools to make it easier for them should not be seen as a negative. It should be seen as a positive to make the game more accessible, because we're not here to gatekeep the game or make the game so difficult that players can't play at the highest levels. No. If you want a game to succeed, if you love a game, right, you need to make it so that every Tom, Dick, and Harry, even if they are totally casual, should be able to play the game and complete the highest difficulty with no challenge to them at all. That is the ideal. Why? Because the most sales that you make in a game is from the casual people. It will never be from the hardcore players one hardcore player. In fact, the hardcore players tend to spend the least on games. Unless a person is going to spend $500 on a game, on cosmetics and all that kind of stuff, and, you know, pay all the developer salaries, it's not a good idea. Games must cater to the widest possible audience, and that's why I'm always in favor of any changes that make a game more casually accessible. Of course, we should have high difficulty challenges, you know, and I am all for that. They can make a difficulty 6. They can make a difficulty past damnation for those that really want to play hardcore, but the vast majority of the game must be accessible to the casual player. If you do that, not only does your game's player base increase tremendously, but your game revenue also goes up, which means we get more updates, we get more content, they can hire more developers, things like that. That's why I always push for games not to reduce, not to like try to make things too challenging, but rather, if you want to make things more challenging, keep introducing new challenges, you know, new difficulty levels, new interruptions, like the double conditions. Absolutely love that addition. The new shock trooper gauntlets and everything, absolutely love that addition. All of that is forcing players to reach an all new level of gameplay, which I love, which I absolutely love, you know, that I am so down with. The psyker's only nerf is technically the perk psyker. The rest of it is not a nerf at all. Oh, and of course they took away the bug on the force swords having deflect naturally. But again, as I've always stated, nobody should have been abusing that. If anyone was abusing that, then I got problems with you. Because you should not have been doing that. You should have been playing the psyker the normal way. So I chose not to abuse that, and that's why I'm fine. Whoa! What the fuck? Well, let's see how I fare. Oh, it's hate enough. Okay. I would say that overall, the only biggest difficulty I'm having with this is that, oh come on, just before I healed. And why the frick am I dropped in like at this stage in the game? This is so weird. No bearings, no warp charges. But yeah, the reduced impact on the flames I disagree with. That change has made a significantly worse experience overall. Ooh. I've got this horde under control. Oh, damn.
I don't want trouble, psyker.
I won't forget this brute.
Destroy the demonic matter and get that dish realized.
Unprofessional, but efficient, Zealots. My duty. Nothing more. Sniper! Excessive force authorized! Just doing my duty. Godfather!
Long shot to its enemy.
Indeed.
Cover.
Brother is down.
Oh, come on.
Mark it all again.
Reaching into the wall.
There.
Sniper! It's dead now. It's going to run now. Faster!
The perk is not less effective. I just say that it does require a bit more to kill now. That's all. Yeah, I feel the same way, Jaxper. I mean, the buff was so small on the Thunderhammer that it was stupid. So I just disagree with nerfing anything, because nerfing anything in a PvE game is pointless. They should never nerf anything. Also, what's up, Tim? How dare you even speak to me? Kill this man. Kill this man for daring to even talk to me today. With the previously overpowered Vet Mark III power, so basically all Ogre and Zealot low DPS crowd control weapons are useless. But what does that matter? Because it was never the Vet's job to crowd control. By removing, yeah, see, that might be unique to your area, Tim, because everybody uses CC weapons like the Ogren Power Stick, Thunderhammer. We don't really need CC, because if we're talking CC is provided by Surge Psychers and Perk Psychers. CC is never handled by Ogrens. Ogrens should only focus on damage. Same with Zealots. Right? I don't see the value in CC when CC is provided solely by Psychers. Psyker's job is to CC, not any other class, and that has always been the case to me. Maybe I feel some others feel differently, but I'm gonna tell you straight up that ever since the first day I've played this game, Psyker's job is CC and support. You know, we are not like the world's greatest damage dealers. There's no bullshit like that. We have always been doing the job of CC, and that's what we're supposed to do. You know, damage is supposed to be the role of the Ogryn, Zealot, and the Veteran. So when people say that we need to have horde control items, things like that, I'm like, why? What's the point? Because all it takes is, look, one Surge Psyker and the hordes are controlled. One Perk Psyker, sorry, one Surge Psyker, elites are controlled. One Perk Psyker, hordes are controlled. You have two of them on the same team, it's over. Mission done. And we can demonstrate that, like, repeatedly, you know? I've been doing nothing but high intensity today, and oh, we got a Trauma Psyker too, right?
Agreed.
I don't think it's there now.
All these people miring.
Shut down target.
They mired so hard that now we see Psykers everywhere. I tell you, if they keep up with this policy of nerfing, Psyker is going to be an excellent chopping block. I do not want to see that. I want to see nothing but Psykers being the strongest, as well as the Vets and the Zealots getting buffs as well. We need power creep to happen. You know? Of course you won't always have a Psyker. And it's good to have options, but if they're gonna make options viable, they don't do it by powering things down. They do it by leveling those options up. CC stick should be like massive damage and CC. Let players feel like gods. What's wrong with that? There is no need, as I've always said, and I will advocate for this until the day I die. There is no need for this type of game to be challenging. We want it to be accessible to the general audience. We want it to be so that anybody, anytime, can pick up this game, play with minimal practice, and have a good time. The hardcore players will be like, oh, that's boring. Who cares what they think? They're not gonna pay salaries by themselves. It's gonna be the casual people that do that. And if we don't cater to them, we are sunk. We are sunk. All right, I'm saying this from a business perspective, and I'll tell you that. That is the smartest way to do business. When you ensure that, like, your audience can always connect with and play a game, like, you will have, like, it's just so much more fun.
I don't need you to point out my skills, we. I concur.
Instead, you try and nerf things so that other options become viable. That is the wrong way to use healing magic, man.
Emperor's mercy administered.
Because now Purg is as strong as ever. Like, Zealots were all like, oh, we're stronger than Purg. But Purg, after the Wildfire buff, became one of the strongest choices. So now they made Zealot worse, and I don't see the purpose, because Zealot should have been another option to compete with Purg. You see, that's what I'm not happy with. This is what I'm so unhappy with, because why did they do that to you guys? Like, that is not fair, you know? Like Chew Baguette said, you won't always have a Psyker, so what do? Zealots should have an option for themselves. Like, what if you end up on a team with 3 Zealots? Then what are you gonna do? Like, it's not fair to Zealot players to have to be like, oh, you know, we need a Psyker on the team. That's also not fair, because it doesn't make sense. The thing is, right, they can have it every which way they want, but for me, I don't care about VT2. I don't care about pandering to a small, insignificant fan base. I'm sorry to say this, but Vermintide 2 is a small and insignificant fan base. What is it? 5,000 people? That's not enough. That's not enough to support a true game company. You see, the most successful game companies, do you know how many people Deep Rock Galactic have playing on Steam right now? They have like 20k people playing, you know? No, you won't always need a vet. We don't have a vet right now. We're doing just fine. Oh, we do have a vet. Sorry, I forgot about M Blue Days. Yeah, the bolter vet. You don't always need a vet though. Believe me. I've had teams with 3 zealots, 1 psyker, worked out just fine. The mistake is that people think you always need something. I mean, coming back to the whole Vermintide thing, right? If Vermintide makes up a great part of this game's system, then the 3 melee classes zealots should be able to contribute even without the need for a veteran. You see? And actually, I found that to be the case recently. I've actually found it to be absolutely the case, where you don't 100% need a veteran in every situation. Of course, a veteran's nice to have, but there is no one class that should be necessary. You see, any class combination should work. That is what I feel, you know, games like this should move toward. It should move toward, hey, we can do whatever we want in any combination and still have a good time. If they do that, all right, I'm gonna tell you, that's where you'll see games like this become a great success. But where that is not the case, you know, you'll see the game suffer a lot. And if these guys want this game to have the largest possible player base, and I do, I want to see it at 100,000, then the only way to do that is to ensure that players have a good time. And they're not limited, and there should be no like, oh, you need this for a challenge, oh, you need that for a challenge. No. No. Everything needs to be used and viable. Everything in the game should be an option for players. If we do it correctly, I tell you, this is gonna be game of the century. Because who doesn't love a horde shooter? But right now, Deep Rock Galactic is outperforming. Look at the Steam chart. Why is it outperforming? Because this game focuses slightly on the wrong things, you know? The more you can cater to a casual player experience, the better.
Indeed. Kill shot ready.
Sideshow Bob, what are you doing? Why are you trying to handle a horde, buddy? That ain't your job, buddy. It's mine. There you go. Oh, there goes the Hound Space Program again. Lore specific? I don't think so, because if we were talking lore specific, a Thunder Hammer would instantly detonate a distortion field around it whenever you strike a target. So sorry, not sorry, but we already don't have lore accuracy. If we were talking lore accurate... Oh lord. Sibling, you Claude. 100% Claude confirmed. Who the frick pops anymore? Weakness.
Where have you all gone? Initiating crowd control! Sniper dead! Right here!
We're all back there. No! Separated by the flames, you nerds! That's okay. The Ogryn should be OP as fuck. That is the kind of thing. So there is no such thing as lore accuracy here. If we're talking lore accuracy, the Ogryn can single-handedly, as a shock troop, go and crunch like half these people into absolute oblivion. So I don't think we'll be talking about any lore accuracy here.
Why did I dream myself as a beast of burden?
Focus fire. Aye. You have weak target.
Yeah. Tell him to watch my channel instead, because I showed that animation cancel and it's allowed. So, whatever. People need to educate themselves, you know, so please do them a favor, direct them to this channel so they actually learn how to play the frickin' game. It would be very helpful.
No! Out of my mind! Great and dead, our duty is done! All right! Break up the ground! Bomber! Red, neutralized! Kill shot looking for a score. Such power!
I don't understand what these guys are doing. Dude, this hound, like,
We have finished the hound! Death! The only answer to
are
this
these guys all
man's
okay?
life!
Oh, he's going after...
Lost your target. Not for now. We'll be back here.
He just wants materials, eh? Fair enough.
Guide me! Please!
I'll work with the other psyker to gather. Real quick. Yeah, I realized he was doing that. I'm like, why? You nerd! Who needs materials? Oh yes, veterans do. We despo now.
Your aid's welcome if rough.
Ammo! Every bullet a prayer of vengeance! Ranger, kill control! Watch and learn! Agreed!
Sure is me somewhere. A present from my beloved. Don't be unkind. Everything hurts.
I concur! Ammo! The dog is through.
Yeah. No, different psyker. Different psyker popped.
You really should stay with us.
Guard yourself! A hog gun!
All right.
Drop it dead.
Eliminating targets!
You're souring my drink with blood, Rocket.
Compliment dining means something from professional.
Stab bomber. It's dead.
Just kidding.
Many voices! Hiding surprise coming in.
Go. Unless the psychers can heal. The professional, of course, does not need healing. The flame nerf does affect the psyker, yeah. Jokes aside, yeah. It does. Not as heavily as the zealot, though. It affects the zealot a lot more. Because the psyker one was part of the general nerf to flames in overall. But I would say that we are definitely affected as well. Like I said, not as badly as the zealot, but we are generally affected.
They have us at a disadvantage.
I suppose. You leave me no choice.
I mean, it is high intensity, it just feels relaxed. Oh, that was blue day.
Don't leave, you might get hurt.
Indeed.
Yes, the house. I suppose.
As you can see, the perk psyker is still functioning just fine. We have no difficulties maintaining the strength of our flame. The zealot, however, is suffering quite a bit, yeah.
Initiating crowd control.
Engaging warp protocol.
This is something that I disagree with because I feel that they should never have nerfed the flamer. It was a great weapon for a zealot, and I don't know why there's this whole thing like, oh, you know, we can't have certain weapons be too overpowered. I'm like, it's a PvE game. Makes no sense. I can imagine you feeling a difference. Less damage against flak and less impact. So you will not stagger hordes in the same way you used to. So you have to account for that and make sure that you're stepping back whenever you do stuff. Because if you don't, you're gonna have a very, very bad time. As long as you're properly stepping back, you're okay. Yeah, it's the impact that's the problem.
I think it's going to kill you. Once we're down, we're stuck.
One shot, one kill.
The flak armor thing like barely even matters. It's definitely the impact. The impact is the biggest issue right now.
Head across the Bridge of Many Masters. The Aegis station is yours for the taking.
Let us hope the name is not proper. I have much yet to achieve.
Excessive force authorized.
Indeed.
You have received
Is that Ripley, my friend?
Don't let the
Whoever is anonymous, I'm pretty sure it's Ripley. Rip, are you here? Welcome back if you are. I have not seen you in 2 weeks. Like you said, I was actually gonna message you. If I didn't see you for another couple of days, I would have literally messaged you. If he's here, just know concept will be for you, bro. Yeah, I don't mind the nerf. Bring back the impact. The impact was stupid. Why? The impact thing was the worst. I've seen this. I've seen some of the Steam reviews. Look. I'm a Darktide partner. I'm here to only do positive things. Okay, I'm not here to bring up the negatives. Where possible, I want to try and ensure that we only, talk positively. So let's not look at the Steam reviews, okay? Let's not do that. Because according to my social credit score, the Steam reviews are not necessary. We don't need to look at them. Big Daddy Xi Jinping says, no such thing. There's no Steam reviews. What are you talking about? Steam reviews are all lies from capitalists trying to destroy our great nation. No such thing. Steam doesn't Steam doesn't exist. What are you talking about? There's no such thing as Steam. I got this game through Alibaba or some shit like that. I got this game through WeChat, no Steam. Nah, guys. What are you talking about trending positive? No such thing as trend. Everything is great. Everything is fantastic. There is nothing wrong with anything. Okay? What are you talking about? Yeah.
Bro got this game from WeChat.
Yeah, I got this game from WeChat, bro. I paid for it with WePay. Listen, all jokes aside, yeah, I'm aware of what the Steam reviews are saying. But like, look, everything was going great. I don't know who decided on this nerf, but this is a very bad idea. This is a very bad idea. Dude, if they nerf the Bolt... Dude, Bolter is already performing worse than the fucking last pistol. Right now, Zealots should be using the Shredder auto pistol, no cap. Pinning fire plus blaze away equals everything dies. And right now, instead of the Flamer, Perk Psyker is the new Flamer. Oh, you need Flamer? No, you have Perk Psyker instead.
If I don't get Perk Psyker.
But yeah, you try the Flamer, sure. Your social credit score will decrease a lot. Until fun is eliminated. Nah, listen, I tell ya, I'm blaming the people that say everything is too easy. We need harder damnation. Like, bro, they could have just made T6. They could have left T5 the way it is, bro. Yeah, basically they're telling you know what, guys, everyone should play Psyker. You know what you should play, guys? You should play the Psyker. I don't know why they're pushing the Psyker so hard. Am I their favorite streamer or something? Is that why they're making the Psyker the strongest class?
Bias to you lah, chibai.
They might be, maybe.
Yeah, I'm how high they said with this Singaporean Chinese guy. He know how to make sales. Yeah, no cap.
You know how to make sales.
I see how many people buy from his link.
Maybe because everybody used my affiliate link to buy the game, right? Yeah. Then they power the Psykers, yeah.
Say, I think next time our creator we just find a Chinese one lah. They know how to make business lah.
My social credit score is increasing again. Okay, wait. We must have rep concert first. Then I do some more. Actually, now Now that psyker is so strong, let me try the trauma.
To make
Psyker.
it weaker, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna play trauma and traumatized shoot.
What do
Wait,
you
ah,
mean?
let's check this.
What do you mean? Huh?
Come join
Oh,
me.
who you trying to trauma? Huh?
You.
No.
Trauma you fucker.
No.
You
Okay,
maximum
不要。
trauma. What's the difference between these two? Oh, okay. Is there any of the others that are good? Wait, I just quickly check these. All weak and pathetic. Your faith is not being rewarded. Yeah, I swear, I don't know why they've like shafted the zealots so hard. The zealots and the veterans are like, you know what? Yeah, you guys, fuck you guys. Let me just take away everything that's good for you, and let me give it to the psyker. Now the Illicii is better than the power sword. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, bro. Okay, while I wait for Shoot to get in game because I'm forcing him to play, let me rap for you all. Let me rap for you all. You guys ready? This one goes out to Mr. Anonymous Ripley. Okay, I'm assuming it's from you. Yeah, you take your time updating. Like, I gotta rap first, right? Lex, I got time. I got time. Come, let me bust out some of the best songs for all of you. All right, no matter what this is. Now, if it's not Ripley, I'm so sorry. Whoever you are, Anonymous, if you have a favorite song, let me know. But this is Rip's favorite. Okay, it's called Starting From the Bottom. And you know what? I am starting from the bottom. Why? Because shameless self-promotion, my music channel is currently, okay, in need of subscribers. So you want to follow my music? Here, this is my music channel. Love me here. You can also love all my music releases on SoundCloud. More coming soon. Tomorrow, new release. Okay, you guys ready? Let's go. It's rap time. It's rap time. Thank you for that lovely donation, whoever you are. All right. Here's some more real music from me. And this is my story that you've heard a dozen times over. Whether you listen or not is up to you. But if you feel me, hear me out. This rap tells a whole different story. Guess I'll be using this rhyme as a form of allegory. Don't be testing me on my pronunciation, cause I will break these words to express my frustration. I'ma kill this rap with my pain, yeah. I'ma kill this rap with my pain, yeah. I'ma kill this rap with my pain, cause I got to express what's inside my twisted brain. Man, I'm starting from the bottom, every day fucking sucks. You see the fucking top and not the ones that are stuck. So how the fuck do I even get out of this rut when every day is a struggle even for me to wake up? And I can't even express all the thoughts that I feel. So I'ma write it down into raps that are real. And I'ma say it raw cause I already lost my mass appeal. I'ma go back to a darker time when I would have to steal. It's a story that you've heard a dozen times. The same fucking story when I would first rhyme. I first heard it back on a Marshall Mathers track, but I don't have a trace, so my future is just black, man. Yeah, they saying Asian can't rap. Dance with the devil in my mind tonight. I'm losing to this pressure, breaking me up inside. I look in the mirror, wonder what I will see. But all I have are faces staring right back at me. I see all your faces cause you're all the same. And I know I'm just a voice expressing all this pain. So I hope that you will listen to the things that I say, cause I'm the person you might fucking be someday. Dance with the devil in my mind tonight. Oh, you know that I'm dancing. Dance with the devil in my mind tonight. I'm losing to this pressure, breaking me up inside. I look in the mirror, wonder what I will see. But all I have are faces staring right back at me. Dance with the devil in my mind tonight. Dance with the devil, I dance with the devil. Dance with the devil in my mind tonight. Oh, you know that I'm dancing. Remember, one of these days, once I've got more music and songs uploaded, I'll do a 1 hour like busking concert, online busking, legit. I'll just come here online and just rap. And if anybody stops by, maybe they'll donate, you know, that's my plan. But that's for the future. For now, I want you guys to enjoy this. We're gonna do one more because we can't let such a lovely donation go without a little bit of a mini concert. All right, this is the new song that's coming tomorrow. Okay, I haven't even named it yet. I haven't even properly named it yet. All right, and of course I might fail the performance because I haven't really practiced it a lot, but I've recently written it and it's pretty much ready to go. So tomorrow, this will be the next release. You guys ready? Here we go. It's a bit more of an emotional song, all right? You ready? I've tried for so long, I don't know what I'm missing. Nothing ever seems to really go so right. So what should I do? Who should I be? I'm simply lost on this empty journey. It seems like I'm back at the start, and I don't even know where I'm fucking going, cause every single place seems to slowly fall apart, decayed like dystopia in my mind ringing. I'm tired of always feeling like I can't fucking stop, cause the little bit I have is gonna fucking fizzle up. And though I keep on going, it's the painful side of art, cause I've been running hard forever and the walls just block. It feels like I'm growing as a musical artist, but nothing that I do seems like it matters in the least. I'm always confused about directions, cause every time I pick one I end up somewhere else. And though I try to keep myself all centered, it's hard to even ground when you're feeling so demented, twisted up from all these feelings of guilt, like I should be working hard for the life that I built. And when this life is not granted, it's a struggle to live. I wonder if I have to sacrifice just to forgive all the things that people done for me, the pain that we shared. And yet I'm still fucking sprinting for a line that's not there. I owe it to my fucking parents and to my fucking girl. I owe it to all my friends all around the fucking world. But here I'm struggling with no way to rise. It feels like I'll be the same until the day that I die. In fact, it's like I'm trapped in a self-hating spiral. I end up destroying what is actually vital. It feels like I'm growing as a musical artist, but nothing that I do seems like it matters in the least. I've tried for so long, I don't know what I'm missing. Nothing ever really seems to go so right. So what should I do? Who should I be? I'm simply lost on this empty journey. It seems like I'm back at the start, and I don't even know where I'm fucking going, cause every single place seems to slowly fall apart, decay like dystopia in my mind ringing. I'm tired of always feeling like I can't fucking stop, cause the little bit I have is gonna fucking fizzle up. And though I keep on going, it's the painful side of art, cause I've been running hard forever. It feels like I'm growing as a musical artist, but nothing that I do seems like it matters in the least. I've tried for so long, I don't know what I'm missing. Nothing ever really seems to go so right. New song coming tomorrow, okay? I haven't named it yet, but I'll figure out the name tomorrow. Thank you all for listening. Okay, and remember, you want to support my music?
Song.
Make sure you hit my music channel. That's the shoot song. Okay, sure. Okay,
Hey, you asked me if that's why.
play your flamethrower. See how bad you feel. I want to see you get tortured.
Yeah, you will tell you.
Go ahead. Come. Let's see how bad shoot feels. On a scale of 1 to, do you feel bad? Do you feel bad? Okay, I'm gonna play trauma and then traumatize you as well. Okay, so I got minimal horde clear. You do the horde clear with your broken flamethrower.
Hey, if fucking the flamethrower not good already, then what I play, yeah?
Bolter or Shredder auto pistol, but you need pitting fire on the Shredder auto pistol. Shredder auto pistol quite good. Also the Cantrell shotgun, a lot of people like it. With the you load the fire shell and then pop. But we see lah, relax lah. We see how you feel. If you feel bad, I just laugh at you for a while lah.
Yeah, uninstall this game, get my refund.
No.
Fat shark,
What you do is you start level 1 psyker. Level 1 psyker, bro. Oi!
Oi!
What's this?
Hey yo!
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, this thing! Oh my lord. Wow, we are really like the shock troop reinforcements.
Oh my god.
Do be careful.
Retreat fucking powers yeah, this thing. What the fuck?
What is power?
I saw that.
Which sword is that?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah, Devil Claw.
Yeah.
Agreed. I am one with the wall.
Okay, hound pack. Group up. This has all the hawk sounds coming in.
Oh shit! Wait, I'm using the wrong fucking flamethrower.
Okay, never mind. After this, we can do some more testing. It's okay, we got plenty of time. High intensity hunting grounds. Hey, your favorite challenge, sir. I think they really just want everyone to play psyker. My force sword is so strong, all I'm doing is swinging light attacks. And I'm winning. Of course, this is a god roll, but still. It's been a long time since I played a brain burst type build.
They have knocked me down. Up! Come on, don't try me patience. My thanks.
Rob, you sanctioned!
Using a really wrong flamethrower. If I'm not wrong, this flamethrower is a purple one. I wanted to throw this away, but I don't know how somehow it could be this thing.
Okay, we gotta regroup again. Are you? Everybody group? Ready? Okay.
Engaging war protocols!
Oh shit!
Bleeding out!
All over there. These
Initiating crowd control!
Doge coins.
Doge coin.
Down! We carry the God Emperor's light with us! Down we go! No turning back!
I pray that the Emperor in his wisdom sends his daughters to cleanse this place.
Alright, let's go.
Function.
Let's go, team.
Reinforcements? Unlikely.
He's so low on health.
How reassuring.
Sage.
Thank you.
Actually, right, the default claw legit with red is no joke.
Good.
I like it.
They're done in.
Good. A lot of people like the Devil Claw. Which one is yours? Is yours Mark 4? Or what?
Mark 4, Mark 4.
Yeah, Mark 4 is the best.
Consider yourself warned.
Oh, yeah.
I'm down. Sorry, there's a sniper there. Very, very bad idea.
I will.
I shall smite you!
Requesting aid.
I can make it out alive, I think.
You should have
Maybe
just
not
dropped.
after I hit a guy.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for
It's
showing
okay.
me, man.
It's okay.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely dead.
Yeah, high intensity cannot rush. Nothing we can do here.
The guy joined and then
I thought you were going to use your flamer.
oh, my flamethrower is the wrong one.
Okay. You swapped to the correct one. Trauma is no good. Trauma underperformed.
Wait, did they even... Okay... They even nerfed the ammo by so much, ah?
Yep. Yes.
I'm not playing that. I'm not playing that. I thought I had the wrong fucking flamethrower. I am not playing that. No, Hell no.
It's too late. It is too late. I might go test search for a while.
Is the Agrippina auto gun good?
Braced? Yes. The Mark 9, I think.
Or the headhunter. I got one brace.
The Brace Agrippina is okay. The Headhunter, not so good.
Give me a
Yep,
second.
you take your time.
Go to the shop.
Okay. While you take your time, I'm gonna sit here and think about all these crimes against humanity. Why?
Which shotgun good, they say?
For Zealot, a lot of people enjoy the can trail because you go test it in the meat grinder. It's okay if you leave the strike team to test, right? But you go into the meat grinder, you load the special shell. It has penetration. You can just shoot it and it will just set people on fire. I don't know why some people like it, but the ammo is quite low, so you see for yourself whether you like it or not. But you have to load the special shell and then fire, then load, fire. But it can be quite cool, I mean, up to you, you test for yourself. I wait for you. Actually, while you test it, right? Let me swap to my Votiran. I go see if I've got anything good on my Votiran. Might need something better. Might need something better. While I change characters, let me go see the Steam reviews. Let me go check what happened to the social credit score.
Give me something good. Maybe win something good. The fuck got the same fucking blessing again. Go fuck yourself, man. Wait, one more.
The graph is very funny. Like it's normal, then phew.
But what's the fucking thing I should have? The blessing.
On what? The braced? Anything else?
Oh no,
Oh, the
control. The shotgun.
Chemtrail, I really don't know. The only thing I've heard about is full ball, but I mean, that one is a bit hard to use. So I think any of the ones that give you power and close range kill, lor. But you test first, see whether or not you like the playstyle. Go check in the mid grinder. If can, then okay. If cannot, then not okay.
I mean, I just crafted legendary, but then the fucking blessing is like so dog shit.
Sounds about right.
I want to flip table already.
Flip table. You must quite in flip table.
What's the point of me playing Zealot already? Yeah, fuck this game. I don't play already.
You'll be fine.
And also like no fucking a lot also 你要么鸡掰.
Yeah, because the flamer was overused, bro. That's what they say, though. But like I said, I disagree with the nerf. I don't know why they did it.
Then what's the point? You know? I mean, it's already that fucking Zealot is really that dog shit. No buff, no nothing, just nerf. And there's even more nerf. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh, whatever, I just play bolt gun lah. Go lah.
Bolt gun. Okay, sure.
Fucking by dog.
Dog water cheaper again.
Dog water. Lol. Okay, wait, I change back to my psyker, then I reinvite you. Shoot. The goot is on my team.
This is the life. Now I have a matter that could use your personal attention.
Fire frenzy, okay. I'll look for the fire frenzy blessing on the shotties if I ever get one. Zealot. Tim says Zealot can suck thumb now. Oh well.
What?
Tim says Zealot can suck thumb now. Because just now you asked what can the Zealot do.
我屌你妈不死！操你妈！撒旦，我回去撒你妈妈，你才知道。
Ladies and gents, please take shoot with a pinch of salt for those of you that speak Chinese. He is a very salty Malaysian chef. Okay, nothing that he says he means. He just says things. Okay, you want to see more rage? Come when we play Overwatch. You'll see even more rage.
You leave me no choice.
Okay.
Flamer slain!
Agreed.
high intensity hunting grounds on this one.
Guard yourselves! A horde comes!
Intense man, no intent also.
It will, the intensity will come lah. The other guy is a perk psyker, so he's handling most of the hordes.
Drop, you sanction!
Now our job is go slaughter.
So much horde, I love it.
Oh my god.
Indeed!
Not so tough.
I am one with the war!
Oh, come on. Couldn't dodge. I'm dead. Bugger.
Okay, I might need to keep holy rev.
Yeah, it's okay. I understand. These guys can't kill the specials.
It's like they're doing simi.
You accompanying the Ogryn too much. Actually, he should just be burning the hordes. Like, there's no need for him to actually do the objective. Like, objective should be left to us. That's usually the better way to play this. Because if you're using the proper perk psyker build, right, you should be able to instantly burn out the hordes and keep them all burned. But my bot was also like starting out on half health, so it wasn't really the ideal situation. Because when I drop in mid-mission, right, for a lot of these builds, I need to build up my warp counters. If I join during this type of segment, I can't do that. So, pretty bad.
Same guy. Die liao lah, you.
Yep. Never mind, try again. Load into a different mission. So what I would say to that one is that for perk psychers, right, just keep burning the hordes. Just keep burn. Don't worry about objectives. Your job is not to do the objective. Just burn the horde. That's all your focus is. Light everything on fire and everything should die. Should being the key word. Objective can be done by one person. Especially when it's retrieval, because if everybody's managing the horde, right, there's no problem for that one person. Okay, I reload. Going to another one. Try if you're especially if you're playing Purg, right? Try never to get caught up doing the objective because it's not your role. If you're on the Purg, there are 3 other players on the team. They'll do the objective. First focus is, and actually now, right, because Zealot is no longer very good for horde clear, it's better if the Zealot does the objective because they don't bring as much to the table as a Purg Psyker can. So the Psykers leave them to control while the others do the objective. That'll be most likely the new playstyle going forward. Hey, Lady Neo, welcome back to the Honored Robots, my dear friend. Good to see you. Low intensity hunting ground. Okay, come. It is good to have your name with us again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Rage against the Shroot.
Archivum Sycorax has a very large complex dish, and you know we like to work on a grand scale.
Hey, my second channel already hit 75 subs. Thank you to the Dauntless community.
Even for our day-to-day, this is a bit unusual. But you know the price of failure.
I dislike starting a mission without the full facts.
Oh, it could be west. It can always be west.
Nowhere safe. Not here. Not the greatest fortresses of the Imperium.
There is a skylink bridge nearby. Use it to reach the
Mission
next
is-
enclave.
Let's
Ah,
open.
thing like that.
Yeah.
Reaching into the wall! Oh, buzzing! Buzzing!
Yeah, wait for it. Because I'm gonna need some time. Just hold back first.
Go down.
What you sanctioned!
The unending storm of bullets will keep
Increasing
happening.
enemy advantage!
If possible, I'll try and tag the Reaper so I know who's shooting. The more you
I
tag,
cannot even pick, man.
there's more gunners around.
Supply medicate!
A lot of gunners.
An elegant headshot!
Okay, all clear.
Indeed!
Your health, bro. Okay, come back. We gotta go down this side first.
Not sure until I this one. Bye.
Or you just stay in cover. Leave it to the psyker and the veterans to clear first. Just
Bro, I
relax.
got a fucking no rag. This game is a joke, right?
You got what?
I got a no rag.
Domination!
My shot did not fucking register.
Okay. That is weird.
Despicable hound! Agreed!
Eliminating primary target. Terrorist hound. All still heretic.
Okay, horde is coming.
Join me in battle and be cleansed of sin. Keep your discipline.
Okay, they're all coming from one direction.
That's it. Reloading.
I am lagging for some reason.
Okay.
I think I am at your server.
Oh, could be.
Some like,
Pulling the wall!
don't know that.
I mean, it could be.
Hmm.
That's a potential explanation for lag. Oh, here come the hounds.
We'll be separated! Initiating crowd control! Agreed!
Have any form ranks ready? Okay, good. I'll help these doges out.
Get out of my head!
Okay, we're all good.
Sure is, but I'm not in this life to stay clear of danger.
Breaching the Empyrean!
You're almost at the archival already.
I have heard that there is a copy of the Codex Astartes on board the Morning Star.
Not all comply with the Codex, Zealot.
Holyman is the greatest hero I make no mistake.
Okay, go put this in the machine. Come, shoot. Heal.
Logitech station!
Keep close, danger awaits.
I concur.
May we find sunder.
There's a whole bunch of crushers. All of them are very, very angry. Okay, more. Oh, here they come. Hound's coming.
I concur.
That hound is flying. I think that hound was learning some martial arts. I literally saw him rise. Woo. Burn, burn, burn. You guys okay? Okay, good. Don't forget to heal. Feel free to take.
Engaging warp protocols!
One dog in the corner there. It was very stuck.
That's what wins wars.
A sentiment I would agree with if some could just follow protocol.
Yep, I literally force choked the hound and it rose. That was too funny.
Up the stairs. Curiosity's laudable, but don't stray. The Ranger is dead! Indeed. Its pitiable existence is over.
Mutant's dead.
Excessive force authorized. Indeed.
I got him.
I hear that great things are destined for
Hounds.
Probably Grendel's grooming him. That's why he's running this up with so little oversight.
Uh-oh. Time for me to explode. Whee!
I'll sit down, right?
Kind of you, brute.
First time I'll need healing. Yep. See you all enjoying Kiriko's theme song.
Agreed. Drowning. Drowning.
Bastion 220 engaged.
A judge such as I should enter via the processional. Not this.
Have a grenade, heretics.
One dog stuck here.
I'm sure you must have
As
heard
always.
of Saint Messalina. She is held in great esteem here. You should see Atoma during her festival.
Do not speak to me of Saint Messalina, freak!
They
The
have us
holy
as a
name shall be on
disadvantage.
your lips!
Hey. Okay, all clear. It's a relief seeing what happens, everybody. Pop the wrong head, yeah, happens sometimes, headbanger. They really need to do priority targeting for this thing.
You know what they really need? Is to buff
Zealot, I know. I knew you were gonna say that. No, we gotta hold the line here.
That's what they need to do. That's all they need to do.
And they may. Someday.
And give me back my fucking control, bitch.
Data stream ceased. You are certain you installed the data intelligence.
Enemy shooter in cover.
Ah, shit.
Okay, wait first, huh? Hounds first. After that, I can deal with the others. Okay, once the hounds are dealt with.
Yes, yes, blow through me.
You have somehow succeeded in resolving the issue.
Whoa, no more. Okay. Yeah. There's a whole lot of gunners.
A gratifying eruption!
Ah, scab gunner!
Scab stunner!
Completion imminent.
Oh my god. Kill him.
They cannot prevail against us!
Out of my mind!
Oh lol. I get it, I get it. You're talking about my head exploding. I get it. Yep, unfortunate happenings.
Wow.
Scab shotgunner! Reaching into the wall! I'd like news of Tertium's sister city, but nobody will speak of it.
Never you mind. It ain't good to be asking questions like that.
Oh, another one. One take or not?
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wanna take a mission failed and
Mission fail. I blame Fence up for not talking to them.
I am one with the wall! Its malicious mind darkens! I concur!
okay, good job. One okay.
Bastille! Caution!
Indeed! Such power! Such power! I won't let you in!
Bastille!
You should heal, sell it.
Emperor guides your hand.
Gonna sight it.
Your service ends, veteran! The sniper is gone!
Yeah, you got the gunner, huh? I adjust these people here.
Is arduous, but your reward
Yeah, with that guy insta snipe pang.
now.
Oh, sure. Instant dead, eh?
Yep, that's the way, man. It's a demon host. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Assisting. Zapped him. I suppose, yeah. Zealots, that's what zealots do now. They sort of kill single targets. Is it really that good? Yeah, I don't know.
Dare we believe it?
I just feel I don't know why they're shafting the zealots constantly. Like it makes no sense to me. Like I don't understand it. Like why buff the psyker and then shaft the zealot? It's like why?
I tell you already. They see your cells too good already. Okay lah, buff cow lah. He like to play psyker, buff cow only. Don't care. The rest of the fucking thing, nerf until unplayable.
Nerf until unplayable. So for those that don't understand like the slight Asian accent when we were doing that, basically what he's saying is that because I play the psyker, and of course I have a special affiliate link. I don't get any money from this, FYI. It's just a link that leads people to buy the game. Maybe my link had like so many good sales that people are like, you know what? Nah, fuck it. Let's go. Let's buff the psyker till it's so strong. Why? Because Asian Robot's main class is psyker.
Yes, whatever he said.
Nada, they are not so biased. No bias, no bias, what? Just because you guys get shafted every patch doesn't mean there's bias. It just means that you guys too OP.
Makes no sense. And stop nothing until it's unplayable, man. I feel so unplayable now.
It does feel genuinely quite bad, right?
Why does every character I play in every single game, right? They're gonna nerf it to the ground. Like I don't get it.
Maybe you're too strong.
Like you see, I used to main Sojourn, and then they nerfed Sojourn to the ground. Now I moved to Genji. Now Genji is like dog water.
No, Genji is still pretty good actually. I don't think they nerfed Genji. They only nerfed him once.
Without Mercy Pocket or without Ana Nano, Genji is just hard to play. Super hard to play.
Fair enough.
If they make Genji slightly more balanced, right, it can be like one of the best DPS characters in the game.
Well, you know, the funny thing is that there are plenty of Fat Shark partners who play Veteran and Zealot. And a lot of them have higher YouTube numbers than me, so unless those people are just maybe like not, maybe the numbers are so like fake that, you know, they don't make any sales, then okay lah. Maybe that's why. I mean, but listen, I don't know why the nerf occurred. Like for me, I always advocate for one thing, guys. I always say no nerfs. Nerfs no good. Nerf is bad. Bad is nerf. And why? Because it's a PvE game. You only nerf in PvP, never in PvE. Yeah, they definitely like, they should never continue on the nerf pathway. They should buff and then make a new difficulty called T6. Let everyone feel like God.
God.
At least come die close to me, so I can listen. What do I hear?
How many voices?
I can only imagine you attempted random inputs until it worked. But it is now working.
He needs to
Wait, why
pop
this
more
thing
heads.
cannot press on? Why this thing cannot press on? What the fuck, bro?
No. It's over here. It's over here. That thing is just bugged.
Why is...
It's already pressed. Don't worry.
Jarvis.
Oh yeah, you go.
Get on, play it. For what?
It's okay.
I'm not gonna play this game until they buff Zilla again.
Okay, come play psyker. You know you want.
Yeah, brace autogun, what the fuck?
Brace autogun. Pretty good. Pretty okay. Maybe they pissed off the devs. Lol. You want the second Hive City? I'm looking forward to it. Like they can introduce so many new environments, so I'm not too worried on that. There's a lot they can do, assuming they actually want to do it. Then.
Now you play this game alone. I don't play it. I'm not gonna play this game until I get my little buff. No.
Okay. Acceptable.
Let the machine god grant his favor.
And my game crashed. Excellent. He helps me quit the game. I love it. Thank you. Thank you, Fat Shark.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
Our prayers have been answered.
Understand your strain. LOL.
The work is complete.
The ultimate in suffering.
The work is
Dude,
complete.
I've been thinking about a Plague Marine boss for a very long time. I think it'll be pretty excellent. In my honest opinion, I think that's what we need. But you know what? Considering that, like, honestly, that power sword nerf, that I think is the one that hurts the most on the vet for me. Feels not very good.
The work is complete.
Also, I've got too much diamantine. If I could exchange that, that'd be real great.
Your departure was
No, a plague space marine would not destroy the team. We've got power weapons. It would just be a really hard fight, but it would not destroy the team. You know, hence why I'm saying I feel that they should include it. Because why not? Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Like, to me, I feel that they should include. These are the kinds of things that they should 110% include. Just give us some weird shit. You never know. I'm sure a lot of people find it funny, amusing, interesting. You know, there's a lot that you can do. So, for me, personally, it is my thought that we should being the key word there, be able to fight a Chaos Space Marine. Give us that opportunity. Give us that chance.
You were calling me
No. talking to the chat about what potential stuff that they can add. But I think that right now, if some guy just wrote in the review, he's got a Chinese name, right? Fuck the flamethrower nerf. Lol. Lol. People be mad. People be mad. Although I can see why. You see, Rubber Cable, that's kind of the thing. People need to learn. People need to learn like different interesting ways of playing, and that's where this whole system comes in, that I feel, you know, they should introduce more challenges to make things more interesting. I'm not a fan of nerfs. I do not like nerfs in any game. If something is underperforming, I say bring it upward and then look to create more difficulties. What's wrong with having 7 difficulty levels? Tell me, is there a single thing wrong in this game with having 7 different difficulty levels? I'm gonna ask you that question. It would not change anything about this game other than the fact that, hey, we've got even more challenges for you, you know? Game is too easy, no problem. Then why don't we have 7 difficulty levels? You know, you don't have to have 6, you can have 7. Like, there's a lot that you can do at any one point in time. It's about whether you choose to do it or not. But again, genuinely, I'm super disappointed with the nerfs. I just don't feel that they were good at all. I want to see buffs, never nerfs. People scream about power creep, but who cares? Who cares? This isn't Destiny. There's no like raid for people to get mad over. Just keep introducing higher difficulties. That's the way I say we should do things. Right? I don't understand it myself, Jaxper. Like, I am also kind of exasperated with this. They brought in a new power sword, nerf both. It's like, yes, I'm aware that they were exploits. Duh. And of course, this is the issue with people. People can never just play a game for what it is. They always gotta find the exploit. Always gotta find the way to make things, ooh, so cool. And then it gets ruined, and then they don't get to play anymore. Like, what's the point, man? This is why even if an exploit exists, don't use it. Don't abuse it. Play the game the way it was intended, and you'll get to keep all your fun little toys. People use exploits like a crutch and then get mad when stuff gets taken away. You know, if the exploits weren't a problem and people weren't fucking abusing them, there had been no issue, in my opinion. Because why must things be corrected because of exploits? Because people do things that are not the intended way they're supposed to be done. See, that's the issue. But yeah, I think that they should always, like, if other things are just not being used, buff those. Buff those and make everything viable. Then once every weapon is ready for this difficulty and can be used interchangeably, release a whole new difficulty. That's the way I would do things. Because I'm not bound by sentiment or things like that. Those kinds of things are not, you know, a part of why I do what I do. Too easy. Exactly like you, Tim. You and many others. You weren't the only one abusing it, but it's ridiculous. Like I said, don't ever abuse exploits. Not because I care or, you know, I think it's unfair or any kind of snowflake reason like that. No, you want to keep the fun toys? Don't. Play quietly. If you know about it, you know, just don't abuse it. You want to use it here, there, once or twice, fine. But don't abuse it. You overuse it, use it like a crutch. Use it, say, oh, this is the only viable thing, then look what happens. Hmm?
If you would live.
I'm just explaining why things get nerfed.
I am one with the wall.
Yeah, wait, then I'm getting the...
Yeah, because
When it's already
like
so
too many
dog shit.
exploits, bro.
Fixed it! That shock! Shouldn't call fat shark really, sure. Fat pig.
Hey. Hey, yeah, my partners, you're not allowed to insult them. You can keep the criticism respectful.
can't control it!
Chop these guys. Hey, one guy didn't get chopped. That's already been fixed, dude.
Indeed.
All of the four sword exploits have been fixed already.
That's the big beauty killed.
I tested it earlier. It's pretty much because of that stupid animation cancel that you were using that they patched the four sword in the first place and reduced the charges.
You want to tell us?
By creating a limit, you could no longer exploit it, but
How are
again,
we expected
like I
to
said,
operate without proper briefing?
now the four sword is without power cycler damn near useless. You need to get power cycler just to get it back to the way it was, which again, not exactly the most fantastic thing. Oh lord, they want to go this way. But anyway, it is what it is. All we can do is just accept it. For now. I'm still gonna complain though. Like, legit, that is my number one complaint. Why? They were getting such positive reviews and then... Yes. Oh, it was. And player base was increasing, so I was pretty happy.
lose control. I will not.
Well, if they're wise, they're gonna reverse this direction, because things that like, it was honestly going really well. Like, I was seeing the player base increase actually over the past weeks. So what I'm gonna observe now is how a thing's gonna develop from here. After this patch, our player number is gonna stay up, or our player number is gonna, you know, dip back down. Like, that is gonna be the key thing here. What is gonna change? Is it gonna do well, or is it gonna flop here? And that'll probably decide the direction. If there's not too much impact, now I don't foresee heavy impact from this this time, but it depends on how they handle the next one. If the next one is not as good, or if the next patch is, you know, contains more nerfs, we're gonna see a lot more problems coming in. Like, also the other issue is that when you do nerfs and balancing changes too much, right, it creates a very unstable atmosphere. So you never know what's gonna be good, what's gonna be bad. I don't know. They will probably hit the psykers with a nerf at some point, which I think is
Assistance is available.
I think it's gonna happen. I agree with you, Daniel. I fully agree with that. I do think it'll happen, and that is something that I'm not too keen on right now, because I feel that it is the opposite direction to which we want to go. Like, we want to go forward, not backward, you know what I'm saying? So for me personally, seeing all that, I am not too pleased. I am very, very unpleased. I'm the opposite of pleased. You know? And it's no good. Again, I'll say it until I'm blue in the face. I don't really give a shit what people think, but I'll keep on saying it if I have to. It's not good. And it is really the opposite of good. It is the very bad.
Yeah, it's really the bad.
Yep. So what I want to see personally, you know, on a personal level for myself. That's what he says, but realistically, we do need some kind of buff and change, and it can't just be like, oh, you know what, let's just alter it so that, hey, we'll just have you know, this other character get buffed or changed or whatever. Like, that is not how you're supposed to do this kind of thing. It does take the fun out of the game. That's why you cannot have constant, you know, balancing here, balancing there, change this, change that. No, the direction, in my opinion, should always be forward. Why? Because this is a PvE game. If there was PvP, there would be some ability to argue. Like, I would be able to say, okay, maybe it is for the express purpose of, you know, altering how this functions under, you know, certain PvP situations. Maybe that's why they're doing it. But there is no PvP situation here, which is why there is no way of arguing for any of this, you know? And the thing is, it's not like everyone has power cycler, so it's just major issues. Like, I don't foresee this being good, and I don't foresee this being healthy for the game. The game needs to focus on forward direction, not backward, which is why I don't agree with balancing. Like, fixing exploits, bugs, fine, but there's no real need to keep adjusting, balancing. And if we're gonna balance, right, balance forward, not backward. That means only up, never down. Because if you do it in this way, right, and you keep increasing the difficulty ceilings by increasing more conditions or new game modes that are excessively tough, it gives people a reason to power creep. You know? Exactly. Without power cycler, it's completely useless. I won't even say it's low tier. I'm gonna say it straight because I don't mince my words. You guys know me. You guys know that when I say shit, I say it straight to your fucking face. And what I'm gonna say right now is that it's not a low tier weapon. It is a shit tier weapon. It is a worthless weapon without power cycler. And because we don't have that, and not everybody has it, you know, we're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place here. You know, that's not healthy. That's not healthy. And like right now, okay. Let me go into this in a second. I'm just gonna close my window because it's getting too cold. Now, you know, it's close to that time of the stream where I have to go, right? Now I'm gonna say it straight. I'm gonna say it straight right here, right now, okay? I love to see things change. I love to see things grow. I love to see all sorts of different things happening. But one thing which must not happen is, like, okay, the trauma staff right now is, out of all the staffs, I've taken a look. I've taken a very serious look. And this is just me being honest. Out of all the staffs, the trauma, you know, I previously thought that it was the perk that was the weakest out of the staffs after the recent Tools of War update, but actually my assessment was a bit skewed because I didn't know the proper perk build. Now that all of the staffs have their proper builds, the trauma being the exact same as the Void Strike anyway, I've assessed all of them across the board, right? The trauma is actually the weakest. It gains too much peril and the AoE is too small. Compared to the Void Strike that's a bowling ball straight through hordes that I can basically just decimate just by charging up my one cannonball, zoom, everything dies. You know, it feels weird. It feels weird. And if they choose now the Purg and the Surge are still the outperformers. Why? Because they bring so much to the table. Surge, immense CC, okay, and great damage against armored targets. The Purg, crowd control. Purg is absolute horde control, as well as heavy damage as well, but although not to armored targets, it suffered the same nerf as the Flamer, but because we have a lot of psyker feats that improve base damage, and also we have the psyker feat that spreads fire forever, it's so much better at controlling hordes than the Flamer now, because the Flamer can only shoot the horde in one direction and doesn't spread its fire. So, I'm at that situation where I'm like, okay, so if Daniel Morris is right, and they do nerf the psyker next, right? If they bring down the perk to this trauma's level, that's not the right way to go. What they should be doing is moving things up. They need to bring the trauma up to the level of the other staffs. Make it a massive AoE, fast to charge, and cause an implosion. That'll be so different. It'll be so unique, and it would bring so much to the table. Because everything explodes everything outward. Why don't we have something that implodes things inward? You know, it's just... Or if they want to give it a new name, release a new staff to replace the trauma staff. Like, there's always ways to do things, right? It's up to devs how they want to do it, but this is my suggestion to them. 110% this is my suggestion to them. Trauma should be changed to have a massive AoE that sucks everything in, giving it another superior role, you know, like crunching the enemies together so that they can be brought together for bolters, flamethrowers, whatever. You know, give it that purpose, and you create a whole new playstyle for the Psyker. Same thing. Rather than nerfing the Flamer, what they should have done, in my opinion, hey Displatcher, we're about to end, but I'm just talking a little bit at the end. Rather than that nerf, right? Here's what I would have done. I would have released another flamethrower. Right? And this other flamethrower should have less ammo, or release two other models, right? Here's what I would have done. The baseline flamethrower, then two variants. The first variant, very low ammo, but the flame is intense. Give it blue flames. Like, so you can burn out armored targets as well. Practically a melta. So a super flamer, or even make it a double flamer. It consumes double the ammo, but super hot flame that can melt armor. Then the other one could be like a more conservative horde control flamer. Slightly shorter range, less damage to armor, but more ammo efficient. Let it burn out the hordes. Then the normal flamethrower that we have is just in between the two. They could have done it that way, you see? And what I also don't like is that they've kind of made the Zealot's initial bug, and I was the one that reported this during the pre-order beta. They've kind of made it a feature whereby if you charge something with the Zealot, and of course you have a ranged weapon equipped, your crit buff will not disappear, and it will cause a weird interaction so that basically you can ignore armor with your ranged weapon. And because I think they've chosen not to remove it, or maybe they figured that they couldn't remove it, I think that what they've tried to do is try to make it a feature, which is why they're almost making it a necessity, you know, now, which is why you have to charge in and then flame. So they're trying to like put a cost to it, you see. which is why the nerf happened, because it wasn't the people that were using the flamer normally that were the problem. It was the people that would charge in, use the flamer, it kills everything, because everything has like practically -1 armor level. You see, with that particular, it's no longer an exploits feature. So that particular feature, using the Zealot's combat ability basically with a ranged weapon, as long as you don't use up the crit buff, right, it will just treat the ranged weapon. The ranged weapon will be able to shoot as if the enemy has -1 armor level, so Carapace becomes like flak. That's practically what happens, and you can now use this freely because the devs themselves have stated in the patch notes. So it's now a feature rather than a bug, and this is, to me, something that I say, okay, that's fair enough, you know, let people use this as a feature, but don't nerf the flamer because of it, because not everybody's going to exploit that trick, you see. And if you want to keep that trick in the game, then give us variants that change the way we play, or adjust the flamethrower so that it changes the way we play, but not nerf it so that it feels bad to use. Because now with the lower impact on the flames, it's so tough to do its original role. The flamer's original role was always crowd and horde control. If the horde is rushing at you and you're blasting a gout of flame at them, shouldn't they stagger? It makes sense, right? But now instead it's like, they don't stagger, they still whack you. So you have to dodge back while firing. For the psyker, it's okay, but for the zealot, I can imagine it might be a bit more difficult. So for me, I'm not too happy with this. I genuinely don't like this particular change that they've done, and I feel that it is weird. Yeah, of course they nerfed the power sword because of exploiters, because there were 2 infinite exploits. All right, both of which I actually got a video on, and I was actually reporting them both to the devs today, but turns out that there was a patch as well, so it was all resolved, and I was like, okay, whatever. That way I don't have to think about it, but I wasn't expecting the power sword change. I knew that there were 2 exploits, and, you know, everybody was sort of abusing them because there were two ways to do it, and wasn't quite the healthy situation, but it is what it is now. You know, no use crying over spilled milk. This is why I always tell people, don't exploit things too much, because if you do, all your toys are gonna get taken away. If you want to exploit, don't brag about it and don't use it as a crutch. Like, know about it, fine. You know, maybe in an emergency you can utilize it in a clever way. But if you rely on it, if you use it as a main part of your combat ability, you use it as a crutch, then it's gonna get taken away, and then you have to redo everything. You know, and you don't really want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. I hate seeing that happen. It makes no sense to me. You know, so that is really where I'm at with all this, and I'm just thinking to myself, why was this even allowed to be a thing? You know, vets are not powerful though compared to psykers. You see, this is kind of the issue. A lot of people say vets are so powerful. No, they're not. I have seen tons of vets fail so miserably, whereas a psyker turns the game into easy mode. You see, I wouldn't be surprised if the psyker got the next nerf, because it just makes no sense that one class stands above all the others, and people can cry about it or say it's not true until the cows come home, but facts are facts, and I'm sorry to anyone that thinks otherwise, okay, because you clearly are blind as fuck. This psyker has a literal anti-elite tool built into their kit. Even if they go horde clear with the perk, they can still take care of elites, and their weapon has a permanent special. Yes, there's peril to manage, but has a permanent special that can help delete specialists like mutants and things like that in Damnation. That is what makes the psyker the strongest class. The only people having trouble with it are people who can't manage different tools. They want to be like, oh, my bolter, I can shoot in one direction with my bolter. Literally, like, there is no such thing as veterans are the most powerful. They are not. Before the buff, though, after all the recent buffs, the psyker has been so strong, and it's only been getting stronger. You see, they were never, again, even before the buffs, and this is something that I have struggled to try and, you know, explain to people, and also kind of remove the illusion. Why weren't people using my builds? Because if they were, I was playing Damnation in pugs with psykers before the buff. I was literally just sitting there doing my thing, even before any of the buffs, and psyker was my main. It has been my main since the pre-order beta, when it had 0 buffs and was considered the underperforming class. Psyker just has a really high skill cap that people don't seem to understand or recognize. Psyker is one of the toughest classes to play, not because of the fact that they are weak or their strength is not there, it's because you have to understand them. If you fail to understand the proper way of playing the Psyker, you will always lose out. You see? Well, in your country, I'd say people are freaking morons then, because they don't have no clue how to actually play. Psykers basically turn the game easy mode because, oh, armor target, brain burst it, you know? Oh, armor target, surge. Oh, horde, purg. You know, people just never learn how to use the tools available to them, and instead they're like, oh, this is bad, that's bad, this is blah, blah, blah. That's why, like, people favor the gun psyker. I'm like, bro, are you for fucking real? A purg psyker can do everything a gun psyker can and better. So why would I play a gun psyker? Like, of course, if you're bored with staffs, you want an alternative playstyle. Gun psyker totally works in Damnation. I cannot say it doesn't because I've tested it myself and proven it. I've proven that it works in Damnation, so I cannot go back on my words and say, oh, gun psyker doesn't work. No. But do I feel that it's better than a purg psyker? No. A purg psyker can do everything a gun psyker does and better. Why? Wildfire. You saw it just now. That one psyker lit a couple of guys on fire. I killed it, right? The next horde gets lit on fire, and my next kill is even easier, giving me more slaughter buff. And then I've got more executor by hitting weak spots as well. And overall, it's just making horde clearing so easy. You know, it was easy mode. And this is kind of the issue here. You know, because people are not using the tools correctly, and then they complain. Without proper understanding, you have to understand how something is used. And Psyker required the most big brain energy because you have to know, okay, what do I do at this point? Do I brain burst or do I use my staff? And even to this day, there are people, even with all the buffs, that cannot play Psyker properly. And I've seen that. You've seen me comment on other people's playstyles. You've seen me say, this guy is not doing it right, because I can tell instantly. Are you making the most efficient action choice at that moment? People say sometimes, oh, Asian Robot, you went down in that mission. You know, you're not good. I don't have to play flawlessly to be good. Rather, you need to be looking at my tactical decisions and what I'm doing at each point in time, because sometimes, even if I have to go down, I will make not only the revive easier for my teammates, but I'll make the whole situation easier for the teammates, even if I have to go down to do it. You see, of course, sometimes it's a genuine mistake, but that's the kind of thing that people fail to take into account, and it's why I try to tell people, you got to learn, you got to understand, you got to try and learn different things. And if you can't, if it really doesn't work at the highest levels, fine. You know, ask for a buff. But when you start to compare things, and when you use certain ways, exploits, bugs, whatever, to say like, oh, this is the most powerful, that's the most powerful, why wouldn't I play this? You're using a crutch. You're not assessing things fairly. And that's why stuff gets taken away. Sad but true. Anyway, thank you all very much for hanging out with me today. Thank you all for listening to me. We'll be back tomorrow with more shenanigans. I'm gonna try and see what I can do to fix the fucking vet. No, it's not, Tim. No, it's not. I have a video on my channel about it. If I have a video on my channel about it, it's not an exploit. If it's a serious exploit, I don't, because if it's a serious exploit, I go straight to devs, and I usually assess. I'm usually one of the first lines of assessment. I'll just assess it, and then I'll say, okay, does this look like a serious exploit? Does it truly change the game so much? So yeah. If you keep getting kicked for that, tell people, look, hey, wait, there's a video on this. It's by a Darktide partner. They can come to my channel and talk to me. Okay? Tell them to come and see me. I'll talk to them directly. Okay, thank you all very much. I will see you all next time. Okay, y'all stay happy. Y'all stay healthy. I'll see you tomorrow. And thank you so much for the lovely donation. Thank you so much for the support.